Think you're in control of your grocery list? You're not. The second you grab that cart, you aren't just entering a store. You are walking into a multi-billion-dollar, high-precision, psychological warfare machine. And the goal is one thing, your wallet. There is a scientific reason why the milk is a football field away from the entrance, and why the floor tiles get smaller in the expensive aisles. It's called the Gruen Effect. It's a glitch in your brain that can force you to spend 40% more cash than you planned. It's a genius design that makes you poor. Today on the Hype Hunt, we're gonna help you beat the machine. Let's start at the beginning. You walk through the doors, and immediately, it's flowers, potted plants, colorful produce, and the smell of fresh baked bread. It seems nice, but it's a lie. Produce has almost the lowest profit margin in the entire store. It is only placed first for one reason: psychology. The colors trigger a sense of freshness and health in your brain. It primes you. It makes you feel good, so that later when you walk past the frozen pizza, your brain says, well, I bought broccoli, I deserve a treat. They are using biology to make you irrational before you've even bought a single thing. Okay, you made it through the fresh zone with just your broccoli. You are now looking for the reason you came: a simple gallon of milk. Where is it? It is in the single farthest possible corner from the door. Why? So you are forced to walk past 90% of the store to get the one item 90% of people need. This is the path of most resistance. Every step you take toward that milk is another exposure to an impulse buy. But the store layout trap is about more than just walking a long way. This is just the warm-up. Next, we are going inside your brain to understand the real weapon. We're going to explain how they deliberately use confusion in a phenomenon called quality fade to make you poor. And once you understand it, you will never see a store the same way again. To understand why you feel lost in a grocery store, you have to meet the man who built the maze, Victor Gruen. He's the architect who invented the modern mall. He discovered a glitch in the human brain. He found that if you make a space intentionally confusing with bright lights, no windows, and no clocks, your brain eventually flips a switch. This is the Gruen Effect. Your sense of direction vanishes, your mental budget is forgotten, and you enter a state of high suggestibility. You stop shopping and start wandering. And in the retail world, wandering is expensive. Look at the floor. It's not just for walking. Notice how the tiles get smaller in the expensive aisles, like the wine or organic sections? That's a calculated hack. Smaller tiles mean more clicks under your cartwheels per second. Your brain hears those fast clicks and panics. It thinks you're walking too fast, so you instinctively slow down to compensate. The slower you walk, the more your eyes wander to the top shelf items. They are literally using the sound of your own cart to break your momentum and drain your wallet. Now, let's look at the shelf war. Retailers treat shelf space like prime real estate in Manhattan. This middle area, about 5 feet off the ground, is called the bullseye zone. This is where the highest markup brands pay slotting fees to be placed. It's not the best cereal. It's the cereal that paid the most to be at your eye level. If you want the same quality for half the price, you have to break the spell. Look at the belly zone or the stretch zone. That's where the deals are hiding, safely out of your natural line of sight. But the most ruthless trick is the pincer move. Look down. Notice the bright, sugary cereals? They are placed exactly 36 inches off the ground, the average eye level of a 5-year-old sitting in a shopping cart. Even crazier? Look at the mascots. Those cartoon characters are often designed to look downward at a 60-degree angle. They are literally making eye contact with your kids to trigger pester power. They aren't selling to you, they're recruiting your children to lobby you for a $10 box of sugar. Then there are the end caps. These displays at the end of the aisle suggest a big deal. You see a sign that says 10 for $10 and your brain says stock up. But here's the catch. You almost never have to buy 10 to get the dollar price. It's an anchor number. By putting 10 in your head, they nudge you to grab 5 or 6 units when you only needed 1. It's a volume trap disguised as a bargain. Finally, they hack your biological clock. Ever notice there are no windows, no clocks? They want to decouple you from the outside world. They play slow tempo music around 60 beats per minute, which is proven to make shoppers stay 29% longer and spend significantly more. They use theatrical lighting, warm yellow glows over the meat to make it look bloody and fresh, and high CRI cool blues over the fish. They've turned a simple chore into a curated dream world where your logic just goes to sleep. You're no longer a person buying food. You're a battery being drained by a $750 billion machine. By the time you've spent 45 minutes navigating the maze, your brain is fried. This isn't just a feeling, it's a medical state called decision fatigue. Every single choice you made, from comparing the price of peanut butter to picking the perfect apple, drains your mental energy. The store knows that a tired brain is an impulsive brain. They've spent the last hour breaking down your defenses, and now they're leading you to the most profitable square footage on the planet, the checkout lane. Notice how the lanes are narrow? You can't turn your cart around once you're in. You're trapped. This is the impulse kill zone. You're bored, you're tired, and you're staring at a $2 chocolate bar. To your exhausted brain, that's not junk food, it's a reward for surviving the trip. This is why stores stock magazines with shocking headlines and bright candy at eye level. They are betting on the fact that your willpower is at absolute zero. It's the final tax on your sanity. But it gets even creepier. Even the speed of the scanner matters. Retailers have calculated the sweet spot of waiting time. If the line moves too fast, you don't have time to look at the candy. If it moves too slow, you get annoyed and leave. They want you in line for exactly 3 to 4 minutes, the perfect amount of time for your decision fatigue to kick in and force you to grab that extra pack of gum you never wanted. But here's the thing, now that you see the machine, you can break it. To survive the hype of the layout, you need a strategy. Rule number 1, the perimeter protocol. 90% of what you actually need is on the outer walls. If you stay out of the middle aisles, you stay out of the trap. Rule number 2, the list is law. If it's not on the paper, it doesn't exist. And rule number 3, never shop hungry. Your stomach is a terrible accountant and it will lie to you every single time. The grocery store isn't just a place to buy food, it's a high-tech laboratory designed to hack your biology. But you aren't a lab rat anymore, you're a hunter. Use these tools, save your cash, and stop being a victim of the blueprint. You've just finished the hunt. See you in the next one.